Yo, what up? This John Vibes, and this gonna be titled "The Power of Pussy." The past couple of weeks I've been out on a few dates or talked to a few chicks, and I always knew this, but some people let their loneliness get the best of them, or when they see signs, they ignore it for the sake of companionship. You know what I mean? But you got to learn discipline, because in the end, like, I seen on TV or whatever like that people be together for 17 years because they're afraid of being alone. And them 17 years you can't get back. So when you speak to a woman, this is why I encourage men to get smart and start educating yourself and start recognizing shit, because most of these guys, they know how many rings Michael Jordan got, but they don't know the day Martin Luther King died. It's all about priorities. So if you educate yourself and you start picking up on signs, and you start making yourself more aware, instead of living in this fantasy land where you think this is how it's supposed to be, because it's not supposed to be like that. If you think as a man all you got to do is run your household, football, beer, the typical man, then you are a fucking fool. You're a fucking fool. If you honestly think that you run your household, because realistically your wife run your household, or your woman run your household if you living with her. If she's the one doing all the thinking, if she's the mastermind behind the decorations, behind the money and all this other shit like that, then she runs it. She's giving you this illusion that you're running it. You know what I mean? So when you talk to a woman, you have to be careful in the way you word your words. You know what I mean? Like, okay, let me give you an example. Just like a few weeks ago, I asked a chick how many boyfriends has she had. She said 4, right? But then, like the day later, I asked her how many people has she had sex with. She said 33. You know what I mean? But had you would have just had you would have started thinking that her boyfriends and the people she had sex with was the same number, and all you asked was how many boyfriends she had, she said 4. She would let you run with that, failing to realize that she done bang half. That's a whole neighborhood. You know what I mean? You have to pay attention to a woman's dialogue when she talks to you. Like, I'm talking to this one chick, and she said I'm a careful person. She's a careless person. So, but she's letting me know this. She didn't have to come out and tell me that she's careless. She's letting me know this. You know what I mean? So, everything I do is premeditated. I won't even go to the store. When I go grocery shopping, I already got in my mind what I'm picking up. She's the kind of person that go to the grocery store and spend 3 fucking hours in that motherfucker. When I go to the mall, I already got in my mind what I want to buy. It's premeditated. She's the kind of motherfucker that goes store to store looking at shit, window shopping. You know what I mean? It's a difference. And this person only gets so far, and this person only gets so far. You know what I mean? All the successful people in the world is planned. Even school, from graduation, from even job location, and all this stuff is planned. All these careless motherfuckers, they out on the street. They live with mom and dad. You know what I mean? So how she let me know this? Well, she says she's a free-spirited person. She's spoiled. She tells me to go with the flow. All of these dialogue is to let me know that she don't give a fuck. And on top of that, I swear to God, never date a chick who drinks. Never date a chick who drinks. I swear to God, if you date a chick who drinks, behind that drink is a whole story. I ain't never met a mean hoe. All the hoes I know are nice as hell. Every chick I ever dated that drink had a whole story. Let me tell you. Like I said, old girl, she said she got drunk off some Vladimir and sucked 2 dudes off at the bar. The chick before that said that she got drunk. It was her friend, and some dude, and they all was drinking, and they got drunk, and the dude ended up having a semi threesome with both of them, which means she went to her room, fucked her, then went to her friend's room and fucked her and bounced. And they were drunk. The chick before that said she got pregnant by her best friend because they were sitting around drinking, and things happened. I can go down the list with this shit. Every chick I met that drink had a whole story, and every female gonna tell you that they not a drunk or they don't drink like that and everything like that. And this chick I'm talking to right now, she go drinking every weekend, but she claims she drink occasionally. Every weekend is not occasionally. Every weekend is frequently. You know what I mean? So you gotta be careful with that. Don't date chicks with kids because for some odd reason they got like hurt people. Women with kids and they feel abandoned by their baby daddy, whatever like that. They got detachment issues, they got trust issues, and sometimes they got baby daddy issues. You know what I mean? And then half the time they want you to fill in that void, so they tend to throw their kids off on you. And then if you're with them long enough and they got kids, they start treating you like you conceived these motherfuckers, like they actually your real kids. So they start expecting you to do stuff for them as if they were your real kids. You know what I mean? You got to be careful. You got to be careful with superficial women. Women who claim the false prospect of progress, status symbols. They don't want a motherfucker who is wealthy. They want a motherfucker who looks wealthy. It's a difference. So they going for this motherfucker with the 24-inch rims and the Dodge Charger, whatever like that, but he at home with his mama. But that nigga get the most pussy. Not the nigga who got a beat up car but is self sufficient. Like he lives on his own, he pays his own bills. She don't want that nigga. She want the nigga that looks like he got money. Them women you throw out the door immediately. Women who claim that, I always gotta look good or whatever like that, you throw them out the door immediately. You know what I mean? Don't even waste your time. Females who go to the bar. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ask yourself, why do women go to the bar? The same amount of money that they spend on the liquor at the bar, they can get it for half off at Walmart. You know what I mean? They can get it for half off at Walmart, but she rather spend double the money to get the attention from the bar. Well, if she got a man, why she need to go to the bar to get attention from men? That's not loyal. And she's not going to tell you what she's doing. She's not going to tell you what goes down. She can go to the bar at 10, leave with the nigga at 11, and come home to you at 1 o'clock in the fucking morning. And you are kissing her all in the mouth, and she just got done sucking some dick. When you speak to women, and when you deal with women, they believe in the power of pussy. They believe all they got to do is throw some ass at you and they can get you to do whatever they want. You got to be above the pussy. You got to look past the pussy, and you got to think self-worth. You got to think self-worth. You got to pay attention to what she say. You got to pay attention to the dialogue that she say. You got to pay attention to how she word her words and stuff like that. Because sometimes women curve their words, and when you ask them a question, they answer the question without answering the question. Like, who was you kicking it with? A friend. That's not answering the question, really. That's not giving you detail about who she was kicking it with. But she feel, like you got to be careful. Females with tattoos and piercings. I 9 times out of 10 don't go for them. The girls with the piercings right here and right here and right here and right here, and chicks with hoe stamps. If your girl got piercings all in her face and a hoe stamp, don't do it. It might look good, it might be good, but no, it's something up with that. It's a reason behind that. Every chick I met with a hoe stamp claims she ain't a hoe, but she is a hoe. And she say that she done hoe things, but I'm not a hoe. No, you are a hoe. Why do you have a hoe stamp? You know what it is. You know what's called a hoe stamp, yet you still want to get it? So you just got to be, I encourage men to educate themselves. I encourage men to be on the same page as the women that they deal with. If not, be one up them. Because the old girl I'm talking to right now, I'm hanging on to everything that she's saying. I listen to the dialogue and the content that she used. Like, when I meet a chick, I don't do your relative things. Most females try to integrate you with their family. I'll make another video on that, about why I don't integrate with, when I'm dealing with a chick, I'm dealing with that chick. I'm not dealing with you, your mom, your nephew. No. I'll make another video on that. So I told her, if we gonna date, pretty much I don't want shit to do with your family. That's them. They doing their thing. That's them. I don't need no approval from your mom. I don't need no approval from your brother. I'm a grown ass man. I don't need somebody approving me to date you. Only reason why she want to bring me over to her mom and dad house is so they can judge me. No other reason. No other reason, so they can assess me. So they can ask questions. Where you work at? Where you live at? Where your mom and daddy at? How many brothers and sisters you got? It's shit that they don't fucking need to know. You know? And you got to be careful. Like when people ask you shit like that, you got to be indirect. Or you could be bold and say, I don't feel comfortable telling you that information. I don't feel comfortable with sharing that information with you. It's just me dating your daughter. It's not me and my brother or whoever the fuck the case may be. And I'll make another video on that and everything like that. But so I told her I'm not going to integrate with your people. I'm not going to integrate with them. Man, your brother ain't finna come over here and kick it with me like it's cool. Motherfuckers get too comfortable. Next thing you know, it's a problem. So she tried to use manipulation. So she tried to say, "Oh, something's wrong with you. Oh, you're being stubborn. You're being negative. Why are you being disrespectful? How is that disrespectful that I don't want to kick it with your brother? How is that being negative that I don't want to kick it with your brother? How is that being stubborn that I don't want to kick it with your brother?" See, she's trying to put this in my mind that I'm being a bad person. And nobody ever wants to be a bad person. So she wants me to prove to her that I'm not a bad person by doing what she says. You gotta be above that. When you put your foot down, you put your motherfucking foot down. Like, hey, I don't give a fuck what you say. You can call me stubborn, negative, whatever the fuck the case may be, but it ain't gonna happen. So this is like part one on that. Like I'll get into more detail, but I'm just saying what I'm going through right now. I know motherfuckers looking at my hair like, oh man, your shit fucked up, but I got my shit in a ponytail. I don't know if you can see it, but you know, I don't know. But it's in the ponytail right now because I was wearing like a do-rag or some shit like that. But you know, I just got off work, so I'm like, man, and I'm talking to an old girl, and I'm like, man, you really like I'm glad I'm above that. I don't know about any other nigga that you used to deal with, but I'm completely different. I'm a learner. I'm smart. You know what I mean? So when she used certain dialogue, or when she's being indirect, or when she's not answering a question with questions, when she's being indecisive and shit like that, I pay attention to that. When she asked me for a picture of my dick, but I can't get a picture of her titties, you know, I pay attention to that too. Like I just met you, and you already, how many other niggas you ask, you know? Kind of like that. Like you got to think like that. It's survival of the fittest out here. It's 2012. It's not 1960. These females out here ain't got no morals. They ain't got no values. They do what they want to do to get ahead. That's it. Most females, when they talk about marriage, if they saying I want to get married to you, they just say I just want to get married. That means they don't give a fuck who they get married to. They just want, and most women want to get married for the show. They don't know nothing about being a wife. They don't know what it means to take care of their husband or nothing like that. They want the, you know, that's all she talk about. Oh man, I can't wait for the wedding. I want bride's dress and shit like that. But what do you know about being a wife? The bitch already says she don't cook, she don't hold hands, and she don't kiss. So you don't show affection, and you don't take care of your man. Yet you want to get married? All right, I hear that. You know what I mean? So I'm just putting that out there. So.